Only 18 years old, 90 tall, 6'4". He's had a mixed introduction to the Sevens world in his third tournament, but he gets to start in this critical game for New Zealand. Otherwise, this is the best that Gordon Titchens can put out here. Canadians, on the other hand, also their strongest team here, given that their star player number 6, Sean Duke, is not available through injury. They're a strong team with the forwards Ardron, Moonlight and Hassler, and some very good backs there as well. Canada to play New Zealand. A nice calm evening. It's cool here in Las Vegas, but the rugby is hotting up at the quarterfinals standard, with USA putting in a brave performance in the previous game. Canada come out and will now take on New Zealand. The referee is from South Africa. He is Marius van der Westhuizen, and this is his 10th match in the World Sevens Series. This is his second tournament. With me is the former Canadian captain, Gareth Risher, who you have high hopes here, Gareth.
Oh, I do. This team's been playing very well, the Canadian team. Obviously, I think they've met tournament favourites and probably the in-form team in New Zealand right now. But there's a real buzz in this stadium, building off that US performance. They almost got it done, so let's see if their North American cousins from Canada can go one step further.
Kieran Hearn it is who kicks off for Canada against New Zealand in the Cup quarterfinals, the second of 4, claimed by Warwick Lemert for New Zealand. That's Tim Mickelson. Damasi Sama is back in the New Zealand team, and he rushes in here, and the first penalty goes to New Zealand. And Sama, who was a little quiet on day one, will want to dominate this. He didn't play the first game today. Well, he came on late in the action. Space for Tim Mickelson. Vastly experienced player, approaching 50 tournaments, and spins around, does a little pirouette, runs the circle, hands off to Sama, and David Raikkonen now, right near the line. Oh, referee's going to go to his pocket.
Based on what?
Based on what he's going to go.
Can have a chat with his touch judge. Scrambling defense from the Canadians.
Just pull one here. Okay.
And there it is. Wow, that's a game changer. 2 minutes in the sin bin for Taylor Paris, the man who's absolutely it's actually going to be Kieran Hearn.
Right.
That's a controversial call coming from Rasta Rasavengi. This is a new innovation for the referees from this point on. The cup matches have the top referees from the tournament touring squad also running as the sideline assistant referees. So 7 against 6 always means a real advantage for the team with 7. But obviously it doesn't help when the passes don't connect. Mickelson to Raikkonen. And now they're have it over the sideline. Masarewa, that's unfortunate for the lad. He got it in a very tight position and couldn't show us what he's capable of.
Yeah, Tyler Ardron jumped on that ball. But here's the penalty, a 2-minute sin bin. And there was a break by the New Zealanders. There's Hearn. Well, Hearn's not even in the picture, so they've got the wrong man, because that's Hassler and Paris, so that's a little bit unfortunate.
Well, he looked quizzical, I think, if that's the word, when he was sent to the bin, but he took it like a man.
Release
Hearn away he went. There's no appeal at this point, but they seem to have made an error and got the wrong guy there. He wasn't even in the frame, was he?
No, and Nathan Hirayama, wise head here, slowing things down. A penalty to Canada, so he's taking his time, knowing that the sin bin clock is still ticking. 2 minutes from the time that Hearn sits on that chair. So smart play from Canada.
There he is, Nathan Hirayama. Hirayama been getting a lot of points. Coach. You never get much more than that look from Titchens during the game. Nicely played by Ardron, the man who's come across from Canadian football. There's some obvious differences in watching Canadian and American football.
Release
the same to the uninitiated. Here comes Hirayama. Out wide to Jeffrey Hassler. Well, reclaimed by Hassler. If you drop the ball going forward and grab it again, that's okay.
Smart play again from Moonlight, just waiting for players to get back on their feet.
a big, powerful guy as Moonlight. Here he is. Remember, here's Canada with 6 against 7, and they're dominating this particular part of the game. So there is Masarewa showing us some of his strength. Now Thama, Lamert. Thama again just backs it with his hand to Raikuna. And Raikuna right against the touchline will run away for a try. Will run 60 metres and jog it in. So New Zealand will get some advantage of the 7 against 6.
But David Raikuna just too dangerous, too quick on his feet. Stepped out of a tackle. It was Moonlight. Canada done so well, one short. This was showing the ball inside and just stepping out with inches to spare. Just wrong foots Moonlight. Just too much ground to cover for those 6 Canadian defenders.
Remember, in the game of rugby union, you just have to touch the sideline and the ball is out. Not like the sport of tennis, when the ball touches the sideline, it's in.
Well, he's actually missed the conversion.
Not
so
rolling.
even though he's right in front.
Not rolling.
That could be a factor later on. 5-0 to New Zealand. The middle of the afternoon back home in New Zealand for the fans watching in New Zealand, and it's an evening game up in Canada.
Yeah, between 6:30 and 9:30, Canada coast to coast. And Kieran Hearn, who comes from the far east coast, Newfoundland, is back on the field. The sin bin has been served.
Yes, he's a newfie. Says his favourite dinner is Jig's dinner. Have you ever had Jig's dinner?
I have not.
No, it's a specialist Newfoundland dinner. Oh, look at this. A lovely run coming in here by Connor Trainer. Caught by Tim Mickelson. And there is Hearn, the newfie. On the halfway line. Nice work by Canada out wide to Hassler. Ben Lamb, number 12 for New Zealand. Hirayama. Nicely away by John Moonlight. Hearn gets the side pass away, which the New Zealanders would call an SBW. A Sonny Bill Williams type pass, but everybody all around the world is doing these now.
Yeah, out the back door, as I call it, and it just caught Taylor Paris by surprise. And that's significant, those 4 giveaways by Canada. But good movement from them, and Connor Train is showing a burst on the outside. Of course, he's no stranger to playing against men in black jerseys, having scored 2 tries in the last World Cup down in New Zealand against the full All Black side.
Yes, certainly did, and a number of those players were in this game over halfway from Ben Lamb, faced by Taylor Paris, who was also in the World Cup team, but Lamb gets away. And so Lamb scores.
So that's why he's in the side, a big, powerful man with the pace to back it up. He had Taylor Paris to beat, but he's able to turn him inside out. Let's see, he steps off his right foot. Paris does well to turn him back in field. Hirayama tracking back. And then Paris not able to get a grips on him. The big man stepped out of the tackle, and as he's been doing literally all weekend here in Las Vegas, touching down.
Yes, he got a hat trick against Wales 24 hours ago. Martin Thama missed a comfortable kick before. Let's see what happens to this one. Well, he has not got his kicking boots on. It's 2 tries though, 10-0, out past the 7-point cushion.
Of concern from Canada is that Taylor Paris has gone off the field. Don't know if it's blood, but Lucas Hammond been substituted on. So one last chance, just a few seconds remaining in the first half. Canada will have received the kickoff.
And it's a deep start by Thama, taken by...
That is Hammond, the
substitute. And there's big Moonlight taking it upfield. Now it's with Tyler Ardron, who seems to play out wide. He's got a very big, sturdy build. There is Kieran Hearn, who loves the Jig's dinner. It's all boiled food, by the way, from Newfoundland. And this is lovely from Canada. That's a Hassler. But the man who scored a hat-trick for Canada was caught by Mickelson. There's Hearn in the action again. Inside the 22 by Wood. That's good by Hassler. Gets it wide for Moonlight. Driving in over the top is Masarewa. Canada looking in command here. Can they put it into points? They're in the final play of the first half, and the referee says they didn't release properly. It's a late chance for Canada.
Yeah, good pressure up the right-hand side. Set piece move. Kieran Hearn will tap.
Taps it. I don't know if he tapped it properly. It should come up into the air, even if it's just a couple of inches off the boot. He banged the ball down onto his boot. It's a tiny point, but Hirayama has it wide. Claimed beautifully by Ardron, the powerful man. He fends off 1 and 2, and the 2 number ones meet. Very good rush there by Tyler Ardron. And that's the goal line right there. There goes Trainer. He's actually over the line and held up, and that will be half-time. New Zealand hold the Canadians out. A strong challenge from Team Canada right near half-time, but here is that hold-up.
There goes Trainer
in the lead 10-0.
Yeah, looking for that try, and they get underneath him. It's quite a quick whistle here. Thought Trainer might try and roll over, but Lamerte done well, and they got under it. Wow, dramatic stuff.
And that's the score at half-time, 10-0. Well, dramatic stuff indeed, Gareth. Good effort by Canada, but
Pound them out. Keep that tempo up.
Get it
Don't
wide.
get into it. Keep moving it. Keep moving it. No white line fever. In D, try get low. If you come at us to that, arm down, low. Right, 2 minute tackles all in the middle. Right, it's your game. Right, they kick off. We win the ball. We attack. Right, move it. Support. Work hard. Work hard. Blow up. Move it. Right, come on. Good boy. Right fucking in there, boys.
Canada very confident in their fitness. They said work hard. Let's see what Tichin has to say.
Yeah. 2 minutes going into the rush. Just do it. We score straight away now. Go drop their heads. They get it. Hey, it's safe for good small up in the head 6. Now let's get into it now, eh? Get into 7 minutes. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, brothers.
1, 2, 3 brothers. That's the call for the New Zealand team in the half-time break. Canada's fans are pretty happy the way things are going, but not on the scoreboard. It's a 10-0 lead to New Zealand in this Cup quarter-final. Fiji won the first. There's Sam Dixon.
Yeah, it's interesting, the Canadian coach saying no white line fever. Guys going for the line when maybe the offload is on. 2 or 3 times Canada held up just short of the line. So that's the discipline that we're looking for to keep the ball alive. And Tichin's command's very simple. Be the first to score in this half. And he's suggesting that Canada might drop their heads.
Well, it would be hard to play a 17-0 lead against New Zealand as the second half begins. New Zealand leading 10-0. Playing for a place in the semi-finals. And there's the big man, Ardron out on the right.
Well, it's got to be close to a card. It's another occasion of the black coming up the side. Good work from Ardron. He's a big man, but he has the pace.
Well, you look at his build. He's number 1 for Canada, and Masarewa much slimmer, 90 kgs. This guy's way over 100 kgs. Tyler Ardron.
Yeah, back row forward in this 15s game.
There's Moonlight. It was a blood bending for Taylor Parrish. You see him on with the head bandaged.
Wow, more hands in that rut.
There's Sam Dixon and Masarewa going over the top. That's got to be... Well, I would have thought that was against Masarewa for tumbling over. Hey, the big crowd disagree with referee Van der Westhuizen. And away goes Tharma's kick to touch.
Yeah, Paris tape there. He's back on the field. Let's see what happens here. Here's Connor Trainer driving. Well, there's the black jerseys supporting their weight by their hands, and we were told clearly that wasn't going to be allowed around the breakdown. Aaron John's reaction is not happy, and I think he's probably justified. Look at that replay.
There's Masarewa jumping as the game restarts. Mickelson, a good ball to the midfield to David Raikkonen, to Waikato man from the centre part of the North Island of New Zealand. And in the top goes Connor Trainer. to the man out wide is Taylor Paris. Very fine young players, had a good career in Canadian colours at 15s and 7s already. And look at this from Canada. They've got a new man on the field. That's Harry Jones. And that's him in there, number 11. Takes it to the sideline, swings it round to Trainer. And there's Paris again. New Zealand are covering this attack. Harry Jones, big Ardron, connects with Hirayama. Trainer out wide to Paris.
Well, that was good sevens, good, well-constructed attack, side to side. Paris thought he was away. Let's see. The rugby league pass. Tough to tell from that angle, but the crowd didn't like it. But encouraging for Canada, but time is running out, just under 4 minutes. They've had the ball, but just not been able to get over the whitewash.
Certainly was an interesting comment about white line fever. You've got to always be aware of the next man to pass to. New Zealand in the lead, but it's certainly a significant amount of pressure coming from the Canadians.
Yeah, both sides bringing substitutes on. For New Zealand, Milford Karasoma, and for Canada, perhaps a bit of extra inspiration, their captain, Nanyak Dalla, in at hooker.
So the HBHS is for the Hamilton Boys High School lads on the wristband of Luke Masarewa. That's his old school in Hamilton, New Zealand.
That time a penalty against Ben Lam, was on the ground, not releasing the ball. So Rihanna will take it to the corner.
Okay, Canada now with less than 3 minutes to go. They've got to get cracking, get into the game with a 7-pointer, and then really play the last minute or so in high pressure. But they stop the clock here again. Yes, they have. You see the 2 minutes 50 clock has stopped while they fiddle around finding the ball. It starts again now. So that's fair to the team that's, well, both sides really, but they stop it when the ball is away. Hearn, big strong man. Jones over the top. Paris. There is Mickelson, number 2. Jones again. Nanyak Dalla, the squad captain, has come off the substitute bench and has come into the game.
Another scrappy ruck.
It's all unrested, isn't it? Lost forward. A knock-on by Canada in the murky depths of that pile-up of that unsightly pile-up of arms and legs.
Well, there is the great man. With great head for the game of sevens. Been rested earlier on in this tournament, but leading his troops to an important performance right here in the Cup quarterfinal. 10-0 currently up. Less than 2 minutes to go.
He becomes a vital player for New Zealand right now. He knows how to play the critical last moments. And there's a deep kick. It was inside the 22. The same rule applies. You can kick the touch on the full there. So he's just simply gone for distance there to send the Canadians back.
Yeah, smart tack. So the clock will be stopped here for a substitute.
Well, it's not stopped. In fact, it stops there. And subs coming on. Number 2 for Canada is Tyson Degudi. Here is Nate Hirayama, team captain at the start here, and he swings it away. Not a great pass. Jones, no way through. That was a good tackle by Belgium.
Another scrappy breakdown with Black Bombs coming right through.
Wilfred Karasoma. Lamb out the side to Tuatangaloa. This is the guy that had the ankle problem last night, but you wouldn't think so. And it's a ball where it is. It's another rough and tumble ruck in there.
Look at the state of this. I mean, that's been the story of the match for me. The pile-ups, neither side been able to create quick ball. Lots of competition with hands on the ground. And again, as we saw yesterday, the later stages of the day, getting scrappier contact situations will give New Zealand a great opportunity to take their time, set up a set play. In fact, fine touch, and really that'll do it for the Canadians.
You see, there's New Zealand playing it at their speed now. They'll just walk it up quite slowly. The referees ask them to hurry it up to come to the lineouts, but they sort of amble up at this stage. Coach Ditchens knows that Canada have to score twice. So that's unlikely now with just seconds remain. New Zealand look like they're heading to the semi-finals. Get on John there. The man to the right is Kieran Crowley, the coach of the 50s. They work it together in the sevens. John has the final say, of course. This is right down, and this could be a try for Belgium to Tangaloa. And they're going to have a look, a conversation. It's right near the line, and the try, in fact, is awarded. Belgium to Tangaloa from New Zealand extends the lead to 15-0. Let's have a look at the replay just to see our version of it.
Well, there's no question he got it down at the end. It's how it got there. Perhaps it was knocked back, but tough for the Canadians at this point. 3 tries for New Zealand. Probably good for the win. It's very physical, good presence in defense, and a beautiful conversion from the sideline.
Beautiful shot for goal from the sideline as the Haka challenge is laid down for the next round. New Zealand through to the semi-final, beating Canada by 17-0.